Happy Thursday, everybody. We got full sunshine at the store today. A lot of dry air coming in. Now, this is the middle part of the atmosphere, but down low, our dew points are in the 50s. It's just feeling good. So no cloud cover at this point, and I don't expect any today. So we'll call it severe clear. Now, temps are, a lot of us anyway, in the 50s. We've got some 60s in Arkansas. I think today, with a lack of cloud cover, we're still going to see a range. It may be closer to 80 around Rolla, only 76 there yesterday. And I'm going to tack one on here to Springfield. I think as a rule, from let's say Mountain Home to Springfield to Stockton West, that's going to be our warmest air. I really think it could hit 90 over there toward Joplin today. So a spread. Tomorrow morning, 60s west, some 50s east, and then highs may actually come back down a little bit tomorrow, thanks to some early cloud cover. So it really does look like a nice stretch of weather. Now, we talked about this yesterday. Low pressure out in the Oklahoma Panhandle tonight will shift slightly south and east, and we've got this big low-level jet stream. You see the darker colors there into Oklahoma. The difference today versus yesterday's forecast is that where this ends, in other words, kind of the nose of that jet is a little bit more to the southwest versus yesterday's forecast. So it really does mean that the rain chance is confined to our far western counties. I'll show you a model here that depicts this. Two, actually. One has the rain essentially missing most of us and occurring in northeast Oklahoma. And then the other model says, nah, we think it's going to be a little bit more into Missouri and Arkansas. Either way, we're talking that far western portion or even southwest portion of the region. I'm going to say it stays dry in Springfield and perhaps even Harrison and pretty much anywhere to the east and north. And we're back into sunshine for tomorrow. Now, in the longer term, the temperature trend, this is that temperature we look at above the surface, and it is a gauge we use as far as what we're going to see at the surface. So think of the jet stream kind of cutting like this, back up to the northeast. So in a trough, that's where you have the cooler air. And then out to the west, out in the Rockies, that's where you have the ridge and the warmer air. So look what happens today. We're actually going to go back up just a bit. And then Friday, well, maybe a little bit cooler, but I think Saturday and Sunday, well, that cooler air is going to make its way into our eastern counties. So I really think that places like West Plains and Houston and Rolla and back over to Summersville could be in the 70s this weekend, whereas on the far western side of the Ozarks, it could still be upper 80s. So it's going to be a pretty good range. But then a very brief increase perhaps by Monday. That's when a front's going to drop through. And look what happens next week, a much broader trough. And that's going to indicate temps probably in the 70s most of next week. So here's your forecast. 87 today in Springfield. That's the hottest I've got in the 7-day forecast. We should be dry, I think, tomorrow morning. Storms west of us will hang in the mid-80s through the weekend. A chance of rain probably limited to late of the day Monday. A little better chance Tuesday. And the rest of the week, temps staying in the 70s.